Hey, the rocker covers are off. Look at the state of the outside of these. Just spent a good hour looking for the wire brushes to go on the drill. Found an old one I didn't know I had, so I didn't have to buy a new tool. Went back indoors, gave up, and then found them on the kitchen table, unopened. They've been there for a month. Well, here we go. Here's my doodads. I reckon they'll be absolutely wizard at going around there. Snag. Oh. Well, that ain't gonna work. The answer obviously was shot blasting. So we brought in the Mark, who has access to everything that you could possibly need. Gave it a coat of paint last night after shot blasting just so he wouldn't rust. I need to do a second or third, or maybe it's a fourth, or maybe a fifth coat. Why is it, fellas, that the bit that you don't really see is always the bit that comes out best? We've got drying in the morning sun, the air filter cap, rocker covers, and whatever you call that, I don't know what it is. But there we are. I think we're looking at we're close. Honestly guys, I am going to have a good sort out. We've got so much going on. We've actually got to the point where storing stuff on top of the van. You just don't even ask, you know. The stuff we've got going on here is off the scale, really, of weirdness. I also need to try and get rid of some of the crud that's in this valley bit round the inlet manifold. That's full of crap. I'd forgotten I've got a water leak to sort out too. I don't even know where that came from now. Never mind. We'll pretend we didn't see that and we'll just ignore. Smog pump is gone. That's going to be worth at least, I don't know, 50 horsepower? Probably not. In truth, smog pump, what's that? Probably worth 5 horsepower hopefully, which is a start. We're gradually getting this finished. I mean, just paint on here again. 5 horsepower, 10 horsepower, 50 horsepower. Doubt it. Down here, we've got a new toy. We've got a welder. And the idea is we're going to weld up the big holes we made.
The only thing holding us back is to be able to clamp that little pipe and that little pipe to stop that whistle.
I think that's wildly optimistic to say this is the only thing holding us back today.
Well, apart from talent.
Talent, skill, understanding
money.
And knowledge.
Yeah, money.
But everything else is fine.
Yes.
Do you know this hasn't moved from this spot since November and we're now in May?
A bit like me then. This is the first thing I've done since.
I know that's how it feels.
Right, let's go.
So we're going to extend the debris that comes out of here so we can put the air filter case on the top, because that wasn't sitting flat because it's a jiggly pokery mess. So we're going to weld the nut onto the bolt.
This, look at that.
Oh, you brilliant!
Ta-da! So basically, after my welding, yeah,
Which went really well.
Went really well. Don't need that anymore because some plumb, look, fits without the. So all that hassle welding that nut.
Yeah. So basically, Chris, what I've done,
You're an idiot.
I've measured it wrong. At one point, there wasn't enough threaded rod to put this on. Now I slimmed down the spacers. You've just seen me on the belt sander sanding down. Yeah. It now fits. So that's in a position now till we could try and fire it up. Hasn't got many goes to start it because the battery's really flat, or really doesn't hold a charge, sorry. Fire up! There we go. No, that's got a misfire, but it may come round. It just hasn't run for a long, long time. Well, story so far. The van has two giant holes in the side. One of the running lights isn't working. It's got a chronic misfire at about 2,500 RPM. But the wine rack is in. Front end is looking better. It runs like a bag of crap. Maybe a run will sort it out. I don't know. Probably not. But I can be optimistic for once. So what we got left to do, as you saw, it runs and it drives out the garage at least. The whining sound you heard was actually the power steering pump. There's no power steering fluid in it at all. It's all gone. It's all just drained out. So I've top developed this morning. So the power steering pump is now full of oil. It's leaking out of the actual steering box. I've got the holes at the back, which we're currently, I'm going to say, welding. We're not really that good at welding, as we've demonstrated in the past.
Right, so if it hits an obstruction,
that might be fixed with duct tape. It's got a misfire now at higher RPM, so that's no doubt going to be motorway speeds, which is going to be ideal. So I need to address that. Carburetor desperately needs a rebuild, and there we are, chaps. So I'm going to head off now. Oh, now what? I don't know. I just don't know where to start.